South Korea wants to raise its birth rate but doesn't have enough NICU doctors. That's the headline from the New York Times, and it captures a crisis unfolding in delivery rooms and neonatal units across the country. I'm your host, and today we're looking at how a shortage of specialists is putting the most vulnerable newborns at risk even as the government pours money into trying to get people to have more babies. Last month in the western city of Jeonju, a baby girl was born in a small clinic and started turning blue almost immediately. She needed a neonatal intensive care unit. There was one a short drive away, but the specialist there had reportedly resigned after years of grueling 90-hour work weeks. Another NICU had no free beds. So the clinic staff rushed her to a third hospital 30 minutes away. By the time she arrived, she had died. Lawmakers later detailed the case in Parliament. It turned out the first NICU actually had another specialist on duty that night who could have treated her. But the medical community had assumed the vacancy wasn't filled because the shortage has become that pervasive. South Korea's fertility rate has been below replacement level since the 1980s. Thousands of schools have closed. Over 40% of daycare centers have shut down in recent years. And the number of pediatricians' delivery wards and neonatal physicians keeps plunging. Right now the country has 77 NICUs staffed by just 240 specialists. That's it. The shortage is most acute outside the Greater Seoul area. Some hospitals outside the capital have only one specialist caring for over 30 babies at once. Neonatal doctors say government measures to reverse the birth rate have done little to improve their working conditions, long hours, low pay, and the threat of lawsuits. Those concerns echo across the wider medical community and fueled an 18-month walkout by thousands of doctors that ended just last September. The future looks especially dire for neonatology. Government data shows the number of residents working in NICUs has dropped by 94% in recent years. Young Ayun is a teaching doctor at Seoul St. Mary's Hospital. In her 16-year career, she has worked more 100-hour weeks than she can count, especially early on. Now her department has no residents at all. She asks who would want to work here when there's so little support or protection for us. That question hangs over the entire system. You can't raise a birth rate if the infrastructure to keep newborns alive is collapsing. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, and we'll see you next time.